just finished my historical kitchen front book based in England, World War II, 1940. It follows 4 girls. They're complete enemies at the beginning and become 4 best friends under one roof by the end. 2 of them are sisters. One of them becomes widow. One of them leaves their husband because they beat her. One of them falls in love. One of them's a single mom by the end of this book. And they are all cooks or chefs. They all enter this cooking contest that's called the Kitchen Front. It's a BBC radio station, and I've looked it up and I've studied it, and it was a real thing. And there's videos on YouTube. I'll link them all down below. And at the very back of the book, there's an author. Questions to ask yourself or ask the people, like about the different characters. And the author note is how she studied the story, and this is based off, her characters are based off of real people, which is really cool. And I googled these people, and Ambrose is based off of the writer S.P.B. Mason, and the lead woman is based after, where is she? Cannot find her right now, but I did study her online, and so I'll link her stuff down below. And she admits that these women who was in the original Kitchen Front radio station, there was no documents or anything saying how they got chosen. So she made up the cooking contest on her own, and there was 3 sections: a starter, an entree, and a dessert, each one a month apart. And Audrey is the widow. Her sister, the lady Gwendolyn, was getting beat up by her husband, ends up divorcing her, moving back in with her sister. Zelda became pregnant by a chef in London, and actually Gwendolyn had an affair with said chef, and they realized at the very end that's the guy who got Zelda pregnant. Neil became the kitchen front winner, and she was the most shyest one. She was a kitchen maid, and she was the most shy, and she fell in love, and her mentor, which was like a grandma to her, died. And when I was doing the math, she was like nearly 100 years old, but still very sad. And this book is quite a sad book. You really have to be in the right mindset for it, and I could only get a few pages in at a time, because it's really, it gets to you. It's real events, and they do not shy away from the tears. And it's basically like an old-time ration cookbook too. I made this one like 100 times. Right here, see that? It's really good. I like it, and I do it vegetarian style too. And there's the back, and there's quite a few of those recipes throughout the book. I haven't tried any of the other ones. I've only ever tried that first one. And so they all end up under the same roof and becoming like best friends. They end up opening up a restaurant together, and they're all cooking together, feeding the Finley Hall people in countryside England. And Neil, the winner of the Kitchen Front, she got a radio broadcast as her winnings and had to work on her shyness so she could do it. And she ends up falling in love with a prisoner of war, an Italian prisoner of war, and she finds him at a ranch next to her house, they end up falling in love. And honestly, this is quite a sad book. It took me a while to get through it, but it is a really good read and it's very educational, and I highly do recommend it. Till next time, see you later. Bye.